I thought tonight's game, Siena obviously got off to a really quick start, and give them credit. They were ready to play. I didn't think our guys were initially ready to go, especially on the defensive end. I think we had 2 kills there in the first half, and then we ended up with 7 kills, so we had 5 kills in the second half. I thought our defense got a lot better in the second half. Our energy was different, which was really good to see. But that we have to be able to put 40 minutes together. And it's obviously, it's a long season, it's a marathon, but that's what we have to do in order to put good teams away. But saying that, and I told our guys this at halftime, I didn't think we played real well in the first half, yet we were still up by 9 points. And, we had a bunch of turnovers early. I think we had about 5 or 6 turnovers within the first 6 to 7 minutes. And then we only ended up with 11 turnovers, which is our goal, which was good. So I thought we settled down a little bit offensively, which obviously helped our defense as well, so we could get our defense set at the other end. I want to give a special shout out, man. I thought Brice Moore did a tremendous job tonight. He just adds a different dimension to our team on the defensive end and offensively as well, because he can really shoot the ball. But I thought he really, really impacted the game. Especially with Paul Scruggs being out tonight. Tyreek Jones and Najee Marshall obviously had terrific games as well. But I told our guys, it's a long season. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. It's about just kind of staying the course if the game didn't go well for you tonight. But we got to be able to quickly turn the page, because we got another really tough team coming up here on Tuesday.
Coach, how would you describe the first 5 minutes of that game?
Sloppy. I thought we turned the ball over. I thought we were trying to hit home runs too much in transition. That led to turnovers and led to some easy baskets for Siena. And then I didn't think our defensive intensity was there. Our energy wasn't. You can always hear a good defense. Obviously, you can see a good defense, but you should be able to hear a good defense. Hear them talking, communicating. I didn't think our communication was very good, especially early on. And
was there something noticeable on your end that changed that led to that kind of righting itself?
I think, obviously I pointed it out to those guys in the timeout, but, Tyreek did as well. He knew, he's one of the leaders of our team, and he told those guys, man, hey, this is unacceptable. We got to be able to put 40 minutes together. That's what good teams, really, really good teams do, and we can't be able to get off to a bad start. So I thought he had a great voice in that timeout as well.
You mentioned Paul Scruggs. Is there an update on kind of what's going on with him, a timeline on when we might see him again?
Yeah, he's day-to-day. Hopefully we'll have him back sooner rather than later. Obviously he's going to be spending a lot of time with David Fluker, our trainer, our athletic trainer, and with our doctors. But I'd anticipate him being back fairly soon, hopefully for the next game.
And what is ailing him?
It's just his knee. He took a hard fall in the game against Jacksonville. Him and Najee kind of collided. And, again, like I said, we want to be cautious with our guys, obviously, and make sure that, we're putting him in a good position health-wise.
Zach Fremantle came to college and has been able to step in. I know it's not flawless through 2 games, but where has he developed the most since he arrived before Spain?
I think he's a tremendous offensive player. And I probably have more confidence in Zach offensively than he does. I feel like he's going to score. He's efficient. Our guys trust him, which, for a freshman, I think sometimes hard to gain some of the upperclassmen's trust. But they know Zach's fearless. He's efficient. He's all about the team. He's grown defensively. I thought he took a step back in the first half. I couldn't hear him. And in the first half, our defense is right by our bench, so I should be able to hear everything. And I felt like I couldn't hear his voice. And you know what? Give him credit. Got on him at halftime, got on him during those timeouts. He changed it in the second half. He was much, much, much better. And then our ball screen defense was much better because of that.
How much has Tyreek taken him under his wing?
Tyreek's done a great job. He really has. Tyreek knows our system in and out. He's been in those shoes before. And I told Zach and Deontay and Daniel that when they first got here. I said, Tyreek was once a freshman, and he was making all these mistakes that you guys are making right now, and he can help you guys. And, Tyreek's been just like an extra coach out there on the floor for us.
You mentioned Brice Moore. When you got him to commit to you, was this performance what you were expecting, what you thought, hey, this is what we're getting out of this guy?
Yeah, Brice is mature. He's the same guy every day. He never changes. We could be up by 30, down by 30, tight game. He is the same guy. And like I said, he's mature, but he's tough. That's the way he's always been. In high school, I'll tell you, he was all defensive team in the MAC when he played. And he's just that guy that, it's like that gnat. It just keeps on flying around you, and you just keep on swatting at it, and it just gets annoying. That's who Brice is. He picks you up full court, and he can smell your breath. That's kind of his whole mentality is like that's how close he's going to guard you. And he's going to contest every shot. And then I told our team this afterwards. I love the clip, and I'm going to show them all this. When he fronted the big kid Burns on their team, Brice is 6'3". Now, I know he's strong. They call him muscles, but, he was playing against a 6'8", 6'9" kid, man, and he couldn't catch the ball, because Brice was so tough, strong, anticipates, love what he brings for our team.
And we've talked a lot about shot selection through the exhibition and the opener. What were your thoughts tonight? Did you take a step in the right direction there?
Yeah, I think there were a couple shots that were probably pretty quick for us, but I thought it was better tonight than it was against Jacksonville and against Indianapolis. We got to continue to grow in that area, and continue to understand where our strengths are. But, I look at the stat sheet, we took 19 threes. I didn't think all of them were the right ones, but we did get to the line 31 times, and we got to make more free throws. It's a slight improvement from where we were previously, right? Now we're shooting 67% from the free throw line. Hopefully that's more 75 plus here soon, but I do like us getting to the line. And again, you look at Tyreek, a lot of teams aren't going to have answers for him. He is a beast around the rim. He makes the right plays. He'll pass the ball out. We're going to play through him.
Travis, the way you ended the first half, did that set the table for the second? Because they'd cut it to 5, and then you really executed well, I thought.
Yeah, I thought our execution was really good at the end of the second half. In college basketball, especially with a 30-second shot clock now, you can go for 2-for-1s, Andy, and I think there was 51 or 52 seconds left on the clock, and they were at the free throw line, and we ran our 21 series, which is 2-for-1, and we got Najee fouled. Right? So then he went to the line, made 2 free throws, and we came back and got a stop, and then we got a bucket at the end. Now, Najee shouldn't take a shot with 11 seconds left in the half, right? And that's on me. I gotta help him understand that even better. And we ended up going on a 4-0 run there at the very end. We got an extra offensive possession, which I thought was big, and those guys executed it well.
You mentioned Brice Moore's impact on the game. He was a plus 22. He was your best player by far, plus player of that. What do you take from that?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think he is an elite defender. He's tough. He's all about the team. He can shoot the ball. He got to the line a lot tonight as well. I think he's getting more comfortable. It's hard, Andy, when you take a full season off of college basketball from games. Now, he practiced in the second semester at Western Michigan, but still, you don't really get that feel of a game. It's just different. And he's got to get his rhythm, which I think he is. I think he's getting more comfortable off the bounce. But I think it shows how big of an impact he has on our team.
We talk about Brice, but Jason Carter, this was kind of the longest we've seen of him so far this year, coming back from the back injury. What did you think of the way he played tonight and got involved?
I thought he did some good things. He plays really hard. He said to me coming off the floor, he goes, "Coach, I just got to get my legs under me. I feel like I'm off balance out there. I keep on falling." And I told him it's just a time. Just got to get the rust off. He's got to slow down a little bit on the offensive end, but I love what he brings. He's another skilled, big, versatile guy. He can switch ball screens with him. He can hedge ball screens. He rebounds the ball. I know he didn't rebound the ball tonight. I told him that afterwards. It seems like he was allergic to the glass tonight, but in Spain, he was our leading rebounder on our team. But I think he's getting more comfortable out there on the floor and getting in rhythm.
Coach, Jalen Pickett only had 4 points in the second half after 14 in the first. What kind of adjustments were you able to make to slow him down? I
think it starts with our ball screen defense. In the first half, the one time, our guys didn't even get matched up. And so I told those guys, called the timeout. It's like, hey, their best player, there was nobody within 5 feet in a Xavier jersey around him. How does that happen? That can't happen. And I thought our guys responded. Our ball screen defense was much better in the second half than it was in the first half, and I thought that got him a little bit loose. He made a couple tough ones, which he can do. He's a really, really good player. But I thought Brice And Najee, specifically Brice, did a really good job on him in the second half.
Last thing, we noticed that Kiki got the boot off today. Is there any progress? Do we think he might start practicing here soon?
There's definitely progress, Adam. I think he it feels a lot better. You know, we the doctors and Dave are dealing with him every single day to rehab. We've gotten other MRIs and X-rays to make sure it's healing the correct way, which it is. He's shown a lot of growth with his healing. So hopefully sooner rather than later. Again, you see the no boot because he's progressing, right? So hopefully sooner rather than later.